Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks with me, by now 12. Gotta work on standardizing my intros. Okay, so I actually had a choice of two replays for this video. One of them was in my E100. Just recently got the 150. Really nice gun. I don't think I actually had the 150 in that replay though. But it was just your standard 6,000 damage on a defeat kind of thing. There were a few moments where it's like, you think I'm gonna die, or I thought I was gonna die, and then I pulled it through, but I didn't die, so, until, of course, the end when I died. But I chose this one because it has a little bit of everything. It's got teamwork, it's got supporting, it's got people just making a complete fool of themselves in chat. Um, just thinking that doing 7,000 damage is a good way to justify just, you know, not being a good person, I guess. I don't know. So, I am in my Centurion 7 Mark 1, or 7, Mark 7/1 rather. Very nice tank. Just recently got the 105 actually. I didn't think I was gonna like this gun too much. It was a little mediocre, uh, looking at the stats, but it doesn't seem to perform like a mediocre gun. It's quite nice. So with my current layout, I guess this is probably part of it. My current layout, it has a .29 accuracy. Um, I forget the aiming time and a 9.25 second reload. But anyway, back to the game. You already saw me put a shot into the Ripper pattern, and now I'm putting shots into that side scraping super Pershing because you're not supposed to side scrape in that tank. My second shot, however, bounces. I guess he improved the angle a bit, and I'm thinking of going for that. It misses. .29 accuracy. And he's dead before I reload. So, shots at the Emil? Not really, but I'm going to take it anyway. You never want to shoot the turret on those things. It's so strong. Centurion puts a shot into me. I'm going to see more of that guy later. I had a small opportunity to put a shot into the Emil. Unfortunately, he reacted to someone shooting at him. It's around about this point, yep, I realize the E50 is threatening our middle. And all we've got to deal with it are an AT-7 and a 1390. Now the AT-7, it's sort of got a good gun. It's a pretty terrible machine. I decided to put my shot into the E50 and no damage. So maybe I shouldn't shoot at the E50 right now. Put a shot. That should have missed. I guess I'm insanely lucky. Put a shot into the 1390. He takes another hit and then he disappears. So I'm thinking of going over. I hesitate because the Centurion's there, and then I get shot, so I hesitate even more. I should have gone forward. That would have just, it would have prevented the E50 from getting into that position, although that position, not the best position for him, turns out. And I finally decide that those guys can't shoot me. 1390 is not that much of a threat in that position, especially since he's being chased by our 1390. And the STRV takes him out. So I come around the corner, E50, put the shot. I was trying to aim for his lower glacis, but it hit the beak of his. Is that called a beak? I don't know if it's called a beak. It hit the angle right on, so it bounced. Next shot somehow bounces off the front of his turret. So I start putting it into his hull again. penetrate his lower glacis. He's angling too much, so I put it into his side. Sturzfang shows up. I decide it's probably worth the risk. I've got to take this guy out, put him out of his misery, or put him out of my misery, and very narrowly dodge a shot from the email 1, or email 2. And around, just as I was moving back and forth there, I realized that we're 5 against 8, so we've really got to stick together here. The super Pershing, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be thinking the way I'm thinking. Not sure what's up with that. It also means that we're probably going to lose our super Pershing, because he's got a Jagdtiger, a T-29, a Sturzfang, and a T-30, all coming around to kill him. So yeah, I come around to help these guys, and it's starting to look more and more like I don't need to help them. There's a Centurion. I don't get a shot, and he gets away. So those guys are going low. I decide that I'm going to go around the top. You can see there, Sturzfang on the super Pershing side, and then the Jagdtiger pops up in front of him. He's pretty much dead. So I'm coming around to kill this Borsig. Kill him. The scores are even. Yay. We managed to pull it back to an even score. So I'm coming up to try to support this super Pershing however I can from this ridge, and there he goes. Oh well. At least I can put a shot into this T-29, but maybe not. I don't know. That should have penetrated. It might have hit his gun mantle, but if it hadn't, it should have penetrated. So it must have. T-30 doesn't seem to know that I'm here, so that's nice. And here, this is the one problem I have with this gun. He got away just before I reloaded. Didn't actually happen to matter because he got taken out by the Sturzfang. But with most other medium tanks, you would have reloaded fast enough to kill that guy. And it just didn't in that case. Centurion spotted. I really want to kill this guy. Unfortunately, my first shot got me spotted, so I have to pull back. Then he pulls forward. My shot misses. To be fair, there was none of him to shoot at once my gun was loaded. Once again, slow reload. And he gets away after putting a shot into me. Quite a good shot though. I mean, considering that it was a snapshot and it managed to hit that weak turret roof. Anyway, coming around to help the 2 tank destroyers with the T-29. Sturzfang spotted. Am I going to be fast enough? It's probably not going to penetrate. But I missed anyway. Jagdtiger spotted. I can penetrate this guy. And he immediately disappears. But looking at that little message there, 2 critical hits, or 2 modules damaged. Maybe one of those was his tracks. Unfortunately, the shot goes low. So I guess we'll never know. Sort of looking for a shot, looking for an opportunity for a shot. The Jagdtiger pops up again. But all I have to shoot at is the front of his superstructure, and this gun might be good, but it's not that good. So the AMX 1390, I look over, he's yelling for help. I really did think that the 1390 could deal with the Centurion. I mean, even if the Centurion gets the first shot off, the 1390 is going to get at least 2 shots, maybe, probably even 3, in the time that it takes the Centurion to reload. So the math and especially considering the fact that the 1390 going in there had 400 health, the math was in his favor. But, well, it's only math. And of course, it's my fault that he died because, I don't know, maybe my W key just wasn't enough. I need to be pressing, I needed to use my NOS. And I absolutely want to make sure that this shot kills the Centurion, so I'm going to take a hit for that. And I'm okay with it. But it's right about here, I realize I am now a one-shot for that Sturzfang. So loading the gold, because A, if it doesn't penetrate, this is hash by the way, if it doesn't penetrate, it's still going to do probably about 300 damage. And B, hash doesn't auto-ricochet. So if you get a shot like this, where he's slightly unangling his armor, you got a good chance that it's actually going to go through. Especially with 210 millimeters of penetration. It's really nice. So yeah. And then, dealing with the Yag Tiger might not be enough to deal with the front of the Yag Tiger. However, 210 millimeters of penetration, more than enough to get through this. So unfortunately I have no more gold rounds. I might have, this probably would have been a far easier match if I had more hash. But back to APCR, put one more shot into him. I'm thinking the STRV is gonna shoot him. I guess not. I guess the only weapon he has is his keyboard. He did do 7,000 damage. However, this is the guy I was talking about in the beginning. Yes, I'm gonna back off now. He's got a 128mm gun, and I only have 315 health. Once again, the math is not in my favor. Well, once again, the math has been in my favor for most of this match. And of course, you know, noob, scrub, why are you backing off? Look at this. And I'm deciding to make it worse, because why not? I mean, you know, thank you for throwing the game. You're welcome. Because you can't argue with these guys. There's just, if you try arguing with them, it's gonna make you mad, and it's gonna make them mad, and well, he's already mad. It's gonna make him more mad. So just don't even bother. And yeah, that's affirmative. You know, that's definitely what I'm doing here. I'm not gonna read that one out loud, but I don't know if I should censor them. So coming around, I realize I'm gonna get spotted, so I might as well put a shot in. I don't go for the drive wheel. I don't know why I didn't go for the drive wheel. I should have gone for the drive. And I realize he's pointing at me. So not a good idea to go for that. I am no longer spotted. He is no longer spotted. So I decide, why pop up in the same position twice? I also decide, why chance whether or not he's gonna bounce my shot or not. So and there he is in chat. It's just, I don't know. My camo on this tank is actually pretty bad. I wasn't going for camo on this crew. Mostly that's the Cromwell and the Comet's fault. I was just always up in their face with those tanks, so it's mostly going for view range. Stuff like, yeah, view range and clutch braking. I think I have clutch braking. Don't know why I went for clutch braking. I was a bit of a scrub when I started this crew. Anyway, I find a bush where I'm not gonna get spotted. Find him and put him out of his misery for the last kill of the game. And apparently this Sturzfang didn't appreciate that very much. Yeah. So, that was the match. on to the post-battle results. So, got a Defender medal for successfully defending the cap against that Jagdtiger. Actually, I want to check. Is it possible to check? It isn't. That's unfortunate. I wanted to check whether I knocked the Jagdtiger's tracks off. So, 77,000 credits, almost exactly. Messing up. Near perfect number. 4,416 experience. That was, of course, my double. So 5,253 damage done. Almost 3,000 of that was sniping. Only 50% of my shots penetrated, though. So at the beginning, I was singing the praises of this gun, and of course, that happens. Yeah. Somehow, 1,000. Well, not somehow. The turret is pretty bouncy on this tank, but I don't usually get that much damage blocked. 100 exactly. 100 basic defense points. 1560 spotting damage. I was top of my team on experience, however. That's Sturzfang, who, albeit, or I'll admit it, he did do pretty well in that match. That doesn't justify not being a good person, in my books. Second on damage, after that guy. Fire for Effect, Bruiser, Fighter, Duelist. And that enemy Jagdtiger as well. I had a little conversation with him after the match. He was telling me good game and all that. And he did pretty well, fairly well. 4,000 damage blocked. Not that much damage for a Jagdtiger though. Yeah. So yeah. And there's that Centurion. This guy was he was actually pretty good. Massive pain in the rear end. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.